Hey everyone, welcome back to Financial Futures. Today's EBT update is a big one. We've got some important news about changes to EBT replacement rules, exciting developments in EBT fraud prevention, critical updates for summer EBT, and some fantastic new discounts you don't want to miss. So, let's dive right in. First things first, this is the last call for EBT replacements due to theft or skimming. The current program that allows these benefits to be replaced expired at the end of September. Now, the amount of SNAP and EBT theft has continued to rise over the last 18 months, which means this is terrible timing to have that replacement program end. We've seen reports of some really gutsy thieves lately, including a Rhode Island Department of Corrections officer who was recently arrested for SNAP fraud after using an incarcerated friend's SNAP card to make purchases. It's crazy out there. Because the government still hasn't been able to put a stop to these thefts, some lawmakers have submitted a letter to congressional leaders asking for an extension of this replacement program. They're asking for the current rules to be continued a little bit longer, but we don't know if this will happen yet, so please do not count on that extension. If you've been a victim of EBT theft, you need to take action right away to get those benefits replaced. Remember, the theft replacement program is different from the typical emergency replacement program. You should still be able to get your SNAP benefits replaced if you lost food due to a fire, flood, natural disaster, or extended power outage. But remember, there are rules on that too. You have to file your claim within 10 days of the incident, and the deadlines are always very tight. So it's crucial to keep an eye on your local news sources or reach out to your local food stamps office as soon as you can if you experience a loss due to those reasons. Now, on the bright side, it looks like the government is starting to take EBT theft more seriously. The U.S. Secret Service has been conducting outreach operations in different states, most recently in Alaska, where they partnered with local agencies to check hundreds of terminals for skimming devices. In Alaska, they checked 1,750 point-of-sale terminals and found 2 skimmers. They also distributed a lot of educational materials about EBT fraud and skimming. Now, in even better news, I'm really excited about this. California and Oklahoma have started issuing new EBT cards that have chip and tap technology built in. This is a huge milestone because these cards are way more resistant to scammers. That's why your credit and debit cards have chips in them. It's because those old magnetic stripes make it super easy for thieves to copy your information, but chips have a unique code for every transaction, which makes it very hard for thieves to steal and reuse that information. Now, the chip puts an extra layer of protection around your benefits, so hopefully, we'll see these newer, more secure EBT cards roll out in even more states soon. We're also coming up on the end of summer EBT for 2024. Some states like Delaware and Nevada are going to issue those summer EBT benefits this month. Nevada will send theirs between September 16 and September 30, but Delaware hasn't released any exact dates yet. Even though states haven't finished fully sending out benefits for this year, talks are already underway about how this program will look next year. After all, it takes a lot of paperwork to get these programs in place. States have to file their declaration of intent for the 2025 summer EBT program no later than January 1. Iowa has already signaled their intent to refuse to issue summer EBT next year. In fact, the state has asked the USDA for special permission to run a new pilot program that gives out grocery boxes instead. The program would give every eligible family a grocery box every month of the summer. In most cases, families are going to have to go pick those up from distribution sites, but the state did say that delivery options will be available for people who are transportation challenged. The state hasn't said how much all of this would cost, but the state's Director of Health and Human Services claims that the food box program is superior to summer EBT because the state can choose which nutritious benefits your family should receive and buy those items in bulk. They've also said that this program would allow them to increase the number of families that are eligible by raising the income limits to 200% of the federal poverty level. Under their plan, an additional 56,000 more children would be eligible for assistance, which would be great. However, there are some major problems with this plan. Local food banks hate it. The Des Moines Area Religious Council said that they saw their busiest month in over 50 years last July, and they don't see demand going down anytime soon. They know that local families need more help than they're getting. The Hunger Coalition said that families should be able to choose what they get because food boxes don't accommodate cultural, dietary, or religious food needs. If someone has a severe peanut allergy, and the state decides that peanut butter is nutritious and nutrient-dense, that's not going to be helpful. And this is completely aside from the logistical issues. Families may have to take time off work to pick up these food boxes, and they're going to have to spend money on gas and other expenses to get that help. The state is also going to have to spend money buying the food, assembling the boxes, shipping them to distribution points, and then distributing them from there. It just seems massively inconvenient for everyone involved. The USDA has also spoken out against Iowa's plan. A spokesperson said that the Iowa plan goes against decades of research and testing. They also said, quote, "The governor is asserting that the state knows better than its own families do about what their needs are," end quote. Many groups are lobbying Iowa to just take the money for summer EBT next year, but we'll see what happens or if the USDA approves that waiver. Now, in other news, we have found 20 new EBT discounts in 11 different states, so let's go over these new EBT admission discounts really quickly. In California, we found 5 new venues that have joined museums for all this month. These include the Chumash Indian Museum in Thousand Oaks, the California Islands Center in Carpinteria, Heritage Square Museum in Los Angeles, the Leap Children's Museum in Santa Clarita, and the Pacific Grove Museum of Natural History in Pacific Grove. In Colorado, the Rock Ledge Ranch Historic Site at Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs has joined museums for all as well. We've also found a new discount at the Juliette Gordon Low Birthplace Museum in Savannah, Georgia. Kansas has 2 new museums for all editions this month, the Sedgwick County Zoo and the Wichita Art Museum, both located in Wichita. The Irvine Nature Center in Owings Mills, Maryland, has also joined up, as has the Danforth Art Museum in Framingham, Massachusetts, and the Icahn Museum and Study Center in Clinton, Massachusetts. Ohio has 2 new discounts at the Harding Museum and Log Post Office, both in Franklin, and the Mahoning Valley Historical Society in Youngstown. Texas has 2 new additions, both in El Paso, the El Paso Museum of Archaeology, and the El Paso Museum of History. The Iron County Historical Museum and Society in Caspian, Michigan, the Electric City Trolley Museum in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and the History Museum and Cultural Center in Fife, Washington, have also joined museums for all recently. On a nationwide note, Walgreens and Instacart have announced a new partnership that will allow people to shop with SNAP benefits online from 7,500 Walgreens stores nationwide. This includes over 100 Duane Reade locations in New York. How great is that? Alright, this wraps up our September EBT update, but please don't forget to check out our other videos for more ways to save money and get free stuff. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Financial Futures.